Well, Coach, I know you've had a tough couple of years out here at Kemmerer High School. I guess talk a little bit about going into your fifth year. What are you trying to do to maybe kind of change things here?
So a big part of it is just driving our numbers a little bit higher. That's been kind of one of the biggest limiting factors we've had here. I think we're not the only school to see this, but we're on that cusp where our drop in numbers has really threatened our ability to be consistently competitive. So that's a big push, but aside from that, the recruiting's all done right now. It's just a focus on fundamentals. Football games are won and lost on the line of scrimmage. It's not a whole lot of secret stuff. It's do you tackle well, do you block well, and we've been consistently outperformed there. So we're going to definitely work on and focus on those basics and building the program back up and getting it to the point where maybe it's been in the past glory years.
I know you've had some individual kind of standouts in these last few years. What do you kind of got to do to maybe get a few more guys, I guess a little more firepower for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think our off-season recruitment has been a big part of that and is going to continue to be a big part of that. You have the kids you have in a small school. There's nobody transferring in. So developing your athletes becomes incredibly important. And a lot of our athletes have put a good amount of time into becoming better. And I think that's going to really help increase the number of standout performances we have, whereas maybe we've relied on one or two kids very heavily in years past. Hopefully we can get a little bit more of a balanced attack offensively, as well as take some weight off the shoulders of a single defender and be able to spread the tackle numbers out a little bit more.
It doesn't help when you're in such a competitive conference either. This 2A West is like a gauntlet.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's not a week off, not certainly for us, and I definitely think that you go from opponent to opponent and you get good quality coaching, good quality kids, good competition. It's a gauntlet, like you said. That's contributed greatly to some of the struggles we've had. But I think at the end of the day, realistically, you don't want to be competing with lower end of the pack. So we're excited. We're excited to be part of this conference, and hopefully it elevates our level.
I know I talked with a couple of coaches yesterday when I was doing my rounds, and I talked about and asked them about from top to bottom. 2A seems about as competitive as maybe as balanced as any division in the state.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anybody would have tapped Lyman preseason last year to come out and win it. And I think that kind of encapsulates really the competitive nature of the conference and how it looks. You just never know who it is, and year to year a new favorite emerges kind of 3 or 4 games into the season that you didn't even think was competitive, and I love that about the conference. It's wide open. There's not a lock at any time.
So who are you kind of looking to maybe lead this team this year? What are a few players that you're hoping step up?
So our senior group is going to be huge. I always believe that your seniors are who you win with on Friday nights. We've got Tommy Skidmore, Tyson McCain, Matt McMillan, and Connor Vickery will be our 4 seniors. And we've got a good group of juniors under them. A couple of those kids that need to step up big time. Seth Krell, Regan Walker, and Jake Campman are going to be a big part of whether we can be successful. And Tim Peck also is a junior. Our upperclassmen are going to have to lead us. We didn't grow our numbers that big this year, so we really need that upperclassmen leadership to bring some of these sophomores and freshmen along, because they're going to be needed in spots on Friday nights.
So obviously you guys are just a few days into practice. How do you think things have gone, and what are some steps to kind of take you from this point to your first game?
Absolutely. So yeah, this early on in the season, things are good. Our kids' commitment and consistency have been good. We've had the same kids showing up day after day, and they're working their butts off. That's good. The things we've got to pick up are our execution, both of our schemes and individual technique, and really focusing in on those details, having the ability to focus in throughout the course of 120 snaps or however many snaps we get in a game to be able to execute consistently. I think in the past what we've seen is allowing that one play to mushroom or balloon into 4 or 5 bad plays. That's where we get in trouble. So we've really got to work on that mental focus and intensity where we don't allow those things to balloon and get big. One bad play can happen, but we can't have bad series.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate your time and wish you the best of luck here in 2021.
Yep, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.